What's going on, y'all? My fellow advocates, Reggie B, coming at you with another video on the Reggie the Growth Advocate YouTube channel as we continue our conversations, our discussion on men's health. But at this point, we're pretty much discussing general health and wellness, right? Now, just to give you a briefing as far as, why we're talking about this. So in the month of June, we recognize and basically we recognize that June was Men's Health Month, but I felt like I didn't bring you enough content in regards to that topic. So we're going beyond the month of June. Not only because I wanted to bring you more content, because men's health and or overall health and wellness is that important. We shouldn't just recognize it in 1 month. We should recognize this year round. So I just wanted to share with you some information, and I just wanted to encourage you to be better in the area of health and wellness in your life, in your journey. So let's speak on it. So for the next few videos, we're going to be talking about engaging in physical activity, right? And before I go any further, I want to direct you to the show notes where there is a disclaimer in the show notes. I want you to check that out. All right, y'all. So let's get into it. So, as I mentioned, we will be talking about engaging in physical activity for the next few videos. And I want to start off this topic of cardio. And I want to share with you the benefits of cardiovascular activity. All right, so let's get into it. So now I want to share with you the many, many benefits of doing cardio, engaging in physical activity. So, one, the first benefit, the first of many, is that it is very beneficial for our heart health. And what that does is cardio can potentially strengthen the heart and help blood vessels function properly. If you think about that, you think about when you're engaging in cardio, right? Your heart is pumping, you can feel your blood flowing and that type of thing. So it's great for that. That's one of the many benefits of doing cardiovascular activity, strengthening the heart and helping blood vessels function properly, which can potentially manage a number of diseases, which includes coronary artery disease. We definitely don't want to come across that. And also, cardio has been said to prevent heart attacks. So I feel like that in itself is a reason for us to engage in cardiovascular activity, cardio. So that's one of the benefits, is that it's very beneficiary to our heart health. Another benefit is that it can be potentially great for our mental health as well, right? So with that, cardio activity has the potential to improve our mood, reduce stress, and increase energy levels. Exercising releases this particular chemical they call endorphins, which makes us feel happy and energetic. Now, I want you to think about this for a moment, because this is based on my personal observation, and some of you may have noticed this as well. I haven't noticed too many people who exercise or who engage in activity or who engage in cardiovascular activities who are all sad, who are down on themselves. These people are usually lifted, they're usually happy, they usually have high energy, great energy. Have anyone else noticed that besides me? So I feel like there is something to that cardiovascular activity can really, really help us with our mental health. Now, we all know that mental health is a real thing. When we have these mental health issues, it's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Just feeling sad, being down in the dumps, feeling bad for yourself. Some people have been diagnosed with depression. I want you all to consider this. Now think about it. Now, whether it's you or if you know someone or anybody else who have been said to have mental health issues, one of the questions I want to pose is that Well, do they engage in physical activity? Do they engage in any type of cardio or any type of physical activity? I'm going to go out on a limb and say more than likely they are not. So whether you or anyone else that you know is suffering from mental health issues, I would definitely encourage you to engage in cardio, in some type of physical activity. It could potentially help you with your mental health. I'm not saying that it's a guarantee, but if that's something that you're not currently doing at the moment, if you're suffering from mental health issues, I would definitely encourage you to do that. So that's another benefit of cardio, is that it helps with our mental health. Now, there are some other benefits of engaging in cardio. For example, it can potentially help us with our brain health, which can lower the risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. So that's another benefit of engaging in cardiovascular activity, is that it can potentially improve our brain health. Another benefit is you sleep better. That's another benefit. And I got to tell you, for me personally, there have been many a times where cardio has helped me sleep through the night as well. If you're like me, and from time to time you may have issues with sleeping through the night, you don't know what it is, whatever it may be, try cardio. You could try it in the morning, you could try it in the early afternoon, maybe mid-afternoon, but I would say try not to do cardio close to your bedtime. Try not to do that, and see if that helps you. If you're a person that struggles with sleeping through the night, I would encourage you to try cardiovascular activity. Another benefit is that cardiovascular activity can manage certain chronic diseases, chronic conditions like arthritis and type 2 diabetes. So that's another benefit of cardiovascular activity. Another benefit is that it lowers blood pressure and cholesterol levels. Again, for me personally, I feel like this cardiovascular activity has helped me over the years. Especially, there was a time in my life where, and you all know I shared this story with you before, I weighed over 300 pounds. And the thing about that is, now when I weighed over 300 pounds, I was playing basketball probably about maybe at least 3 days out of the week. So I was engaging in cardiovascular activity. And I feel like potentially what helped me with my blood pressure and with my cholesterol level is that I would engage in basketball. I would be playing basketball again, like maybe at least 3 days out of the week. And I share this with you because even though I was obese, overweight, or whatever you want to call it, when I would go get my annual checkup, when I would go get my physical, even though I was overweight, even though I was obese, my blood pressure had always been good. And my blood work has always been good. My cholesterol levels have been regular or low. So, and then even with the blood pressure, I would try to check that as much as I can. Not only doing my annual physical, but also, there are other ways you can check your blood pressure. There's some pharmacies out there who provide this service for people as well. And some of these stores have it where they have this station where you can check your blood pressure. So that's another benefit of engaging in cardio, is that it helps with our blood pressure and our cholesterol levels. It also manages weight, and it also strengthens bones, muscles, and joints. So those are the many benefits of cardio activity. Now let's move on to types of cardiovascular activity. And these are just a few. I'm not going to just go into this long list of things that you can do in regards to cardio. I'm going to share with you a few things some of these things are, some of my personal favorites. Some are common to others, maybe favorites of other people. So let's start off with the first type of cardio that we can engage in, and that's running. Where my runners at? Shout out to my runners out there who be out there, who be pounding that pavement. Running is definitely an amazing exercise. It is truly an amazing way to engage in cardiovascular activity. So if you're a runner, kudos to you. Now, if you're a type of individual, for whatever reason, you feel like, hey, running is not my thing, for whatever reason, A great alternative to running is walking, just simple walking. Going out there, you can go walk on the track, you can walk around your subdivision, walk at a good pace. You can do fast walking, which is, somewhat close to running. So walking is a great option in regards to running, and it is a great option. It's a great type of cardiovascular activity. Now, if running is not your thing for whatever reason, and maybe you don't want to walk for whatever reason, or maybe you do want to walk or run or whatever, but I'm just sharing with you different types of cardiovascular activity. Now, swimming, isn't this a good time to swim? It's the summertime, you want to beat the heat, so you get in that pool, and while you're in that pool, try swimming a few laps around the swimming pool. You know what I'm saying? I would encourage you to do that as well, which is a great type of cardio, swimming. And this is actually one of my favorites too. So along with running, along with walking, along with swimming, I love biking. Biking to me is the bee's knees. I'm trying to tell y'all, I love biking. Matter of fact, I got to get me another bike because it's been quite some time since I rode a bike. I used to go through trails, I used to ride bikes through my neighborhood, but biking is an amazing cardiovascular activity. So those are just a few types of cardios that we can engage in. So as we close this video, let me know what you think about what I just shared with you, what we discussed. We talked about the number of benefits of cardiovascular activity. We spoke about cardio being very beneficiary to our heart health, very beneficiary to our mental health. It helps with our brain health. It helps manage our weight. It helps lower our blood pressure and cholesterol levels, and a number of other benefits. We also talked about the types of cardio. We talked about running. Shout out to my runners. We talk about walking. We talk about swimming, biking, and there are some other great examples, great types of cardiovascular activity. So once again, let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. And I got a question for you before we get up out of here. I got a question for you. So we talked about the benefits of cardio. We talk about the types of cardio. So my question to you is, how frequently should we be engaging in cardiovascular activity? I want you to think about that question. I want you to leave your answer in the comments below. And I want you to consider this as well. There are other ways, not only engaging in cardiovascular activity, there are other ways that we can engage in physical activity, which I'm going to discuss with you in the next video. So be on the lookout for that. So once again, the question is, considering all that, considering the other things you can do in regards to physical activity, how frequently during the week, how many days out of the week should we be engaging in cardio? Once again, leave your answer in the comments below. I am Reggie B, aka the Growth Advocate, and I appreciate you all tuning into the video. And until the next time, keep growing and keep going.